McLaughlin, our Marketing Vice President. We also have our special guest speaker, who is Managing Director of Phoenix on the annuity side, Ed Frederici. So we are pleased that Ed is joining us today. We have some awesome stuff we're going to talk about on the life and annuity side. In fact, on the annuity side, Phoenix has made some major changes with I believe it's 4 of their annuity products, but it's the largest change that they ever made to their annuity portfolio, and you're going to be one of the first to hear about this. So we have some great stuff to talk about. We also have a brand new product that we're rolling out on the life side. So the way we're going to work this, me and Joe have a few slides that we're going to talk about quickly, and then we're going to introduce Ed. He's going to talk about these great annuity enhancements for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll take it back and go into the brand new life product. We'll talk about some new incentives, and then at the end of the call, we're going to run about 45 to 50 minutes. At the end of the call, we're going to announce the winner of the 16-gig tablet. So we have some great stuff to go over. If you're on the life side, the annuity side, or both, you will pick up a new idea, sales concept, new product info by the time we're done that you can literally start to use this evening to make more sales. So that's the name of the game. Take out a pen and paper. If you have any questions, of course, jot them down. We do have the call closed just because the amount of attendees that we have today. So we have the call closed, but you can call in or shoot us an email after the presentation, and we will get whatever it is answered for you. Also, everybody on the call will get an email before the day is up with different brochures, flyers, and basically all of the information that you're going to hear about on today's call. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you don't receive an email, let us know, and we will, of course, manually send one out to you right away. So don't worry about that. Okay, so it's at that time of the year again where we go over our annual Agent Expo. Jot this down, very important, April 24th. 2015. This is going to be a day you do not want to miss. It is built around you, the agent, and new sales ideas, concepts, new products that, again, you can take away from that presentation and start using that evening. Okay, so very important stuff. You're not going to just listen to our top carriers talk about how great their ratings are and how great their financials are. This is a day built around new sales ideas and concepts. You're going to meet our top underwriters, carrier VPs. We have a doctor keynote speaker coming in that's going to teach you all about the medical side and what new underwriting niches are available to hopefully pick up some new clients along the way. So definitely a day you don't want to miss. We're going to bring in breakfast, lunch. We have snacks. This year, we have the seminar at our beachfront location. It's a beautiful hotel right on the ocean in South Florida. And, of course, this time of the year is a great time, especially if you're in the northern part of the country, to get away, come down to South Florida. You can even have round-trip airfare paid for and up to 2 free nights at our beachfront resort. We have premium qualifications just starting at $15,000, and that includes life and annuity premium. So very, very important. It starts at just $15,000 to qualify. And, of course, even if you're brand new with us, you haven't even submitted a case, the day is free for all agents. Okay, so everything is paid for, complimentary for all agents. We have different contests going on. It's really going to be a day that you won't forget. I promise you that. We try to make this better and better every year. We should have 200-plus agents in attendance. So, again, don't miss that April 24th, 2015. Awesome, awesome experience for all agents. Okay, Joe's going to talk about our upcoming training webinars, which is what you're on right now. And just to recap, we try to pick a hot new program, carrier, products that are just coming to the table, new technology that we're going to make available to our agents. So we try to take these new concepts and tools and wrap them up in one 45 to an hour of a training webinar. So you don't have to go surf on 20 different websites. everything's available at your fingertips, and we record every webinar. So Joe's going to talk about what's up and coming in the next few weeks. Joe?
Thanks, Bill. As usual, we do record every webinar session that is posted to our YouTube channel. So, for example, today's call will be available this afternoon. Like Bill had mentioned, everybody that had registered or is on today's call will receive an email with that link, so you can access it 24/7. We've got about 80 different training videos on that YouTube channel, so feel free to log in and take a look at any one of those. Some great upcoming sessions for next week on Monday, which is the 3rd. At 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going over our e-policy delivery platform, which if you haven't used before, I definitely recommend taking a look. You can literally deliver a policy the same day it gets approved using that actual electronic platform. So you're going to save about a week and a half to 2 weeks out of the total processing time on every single one of those cases that you use that platform for. That runs for about half an hour. Definitely recommend tuning in. The following day, which is the 4th, at 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going over the Fidelity Life product line. That's the non-med term, the senior non-med products, the non-med universal life, again, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then Wednesday, which is the 5th, at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going over the Illinois Mutual Disability Product Agent website. So we're going to talk about all the tools that are available, the marketing pieces, all the illustration software. That's going to run for about 30 to 40 minutes. As usual, you can actually visit our homepage, which is kerrylevinson.com. You can click on the training calendar over on the right-hand side. That training calendar will actually give you access to every single one of these webinars, so you can register for them or even view those recordings that we have on that YouTube channel. That's available 24/7 at kerrylevinson.com.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, so in the November issue of Insurance Newsnet magazine, you're going to see an article in the Tech Guide. It's an interview that the editor actually did with me one-on-one. You'll see a picture of me in the right corner, but we have a full-page interview there, and the whole topic is about how Levinson & Associates is changing the way a typical agent does business by utilizing today's technology. So that magazine is going to launch in about a week here, but just a few bullets that I'm going to mention that make up our iGenius platform. So we're going to go over a couple things here, but if you see anything as I'm talking, okay, that we don't touch on, just, again, let us know, and we can visit after the call and get you up and running, okay? You don't know how many times I hear from our agents, oh, my gosh, I didn't know you had a free website available with quote engines, and I didn't know you had a lead capture system. So now is the time. Just take a look at these bullets, and I'm going to just touch on a few briefly, and then we can visit after the call. So real quick, we have a hierarchy tracking tool now available. So if you know any agents that want to use our exclusive lightning term or our scholarship program, or let's just say you know an agent that's going to benefit from what you're going to hear today about Phoenix Life's annuity products or new changes, we can place those agents under you in your own hierarchy. And what a lot of agents don't realize is when you log into our website, okay, you put in your password, and if you don't know that, let us know. We'll get it for you. You can put your password and look at all of your own cases in real time. Then you click another button, and you can look at your entire downlines tree, okay, or all of their cases in real time, so you know exactly what bonuses due at the end of the month. And you can say, oh, wow, Jim Smith is having a great month. He just submitted 10 annuities and 5 life apps. You know, I'm going to get $7,000 at the end of the month. So this way you're kept in the loop and you're not in the dark. Okay, you can also look at all your licensing requirements. You can basically see everything that we can see here in the office, all updated real time. So as soon as an underwriter makes an approval in the middle of Wisconsin, you're notified instantly in Miami, Florida when you're on the beach. Okay, so take advantage of that stuff. It's called broker gear, and if you're not set up, just shoot us an email and we'll get you set up. Also, probably the hottest thing out right now for Levinson & Associates has been our mortgage lead program. Okay, this program is awesome. We have a new incentive until the end of the year. We actually pay for part of the lead cost for you. Okay, the minimum number of leads to order is 10. We place the orders in every Monday at the end of the day. You receive your full order before close the next business day, which is Tuesday. Okay, but they are working great. We had an agent who we actually feature on our trainings. Ken, who just popped a $16,000 case from one of those leads last week. So, in fact, he'll talk about it on the next webinar. But it really is a great chance to open doors and tell your story. We also have the same for final expense and annuities. So if you're interested in those lead programs, let us know. Also, we have another website called insprofessional.com, and that's where you can go set up your own free website. There's built-in life quote engines. There's built-in life and annuity calculators and different related articles. Basically, it's enough to have your entire business online in a web presence so all of your agents can look you up, say through Google, and see everything about Bill Levinson, their local life insurance agent. It's a must-have for building your business in the future, I promise you. And what's so cool is when your clients go in and run a quote, you get an email instantly that says, hey, Bill Levinson just ran a Phoenix remembrance quote. And then they give you your email and phone number so you can pick up the phone and call Bill while he's still on your website. Great stuff there. We also made some changes. We now have a Facebook quoting tool. So now, and everyone should have a Facebook page for their business, but now there's a new button that we created that allows your clients to run a quote from your Facebook page. So all this is available now. Let us know if you're interested. We'll get you up and running. We also have different CRM tools that are now available that you can even use from your cell phone. And basically what this does is every client that you're talking to, the first thing you do, obviously, get a business card, okay? Capture a phone number, an email, and the whole point is you want to drip or send out different marketing pieces at least once a month or different newsletters that we have. We made up all the marketing material for you already, and these tools are free, so there's no reason to not do this. In today's time, the agent who keeps their name in front of clients is going to get the business, even if they're your clients. Okay, so it's very, very important moving into the future. This is done in the auto industry. It's done in most successful industries these days. So on the life side, we're a little behind, but we have the tools to bring you up to speed, and it would be a shame to not take advantage of this technology that's available at no charge for all Levinson agents. Okay, last but not least, I'll just mention we're family-owned and operated since 1972. We have 15-plus life, annuity, and long-term care experts at your fingertips until 7 p.m. Also, we're talking about annuities and life today, and I want to mention quickly, if you had any annuity questions, you need quotes, or you need some Phoenix material, call Josh Hoffman in our office. He is brilliant when it comes to annuities and any advanced case design, advanced marketing for the life and annuity side. Utilize Josh as a resource. He's available here 5 days a week till 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we have a brand new annuity incentive that we're rolling out on today's call that Joe is going to touch on, and then we'll move forward. Joe?
Yep, thanks, Bill. So what you're looking at is actually the Levinson Winter Bonus Program. This goes for any of the index annuity products. Like Bill mentioned, Josh can help run quotes, find out which product is going to be best for your client. The way that this works is pretty unique. There's no limit on how much you can earn as far as this bonus program is concerned. Basically, if you're writing an indexed annuity with a minimum premium of $100,000, when that policy goes paid and the free look period is up, we're going to send you an additional bonus of $200 per each case that meets those requirements. So again, this is starting on November 1st. It's running all the way to the end of the year. So any submission that you have prior to the end of the year will actually count toward this incentive program. We'll actually send out all details, all contest rules this afternoon, but this is a great way to earn extra commissions and extra bonuses above and beyond everything that you're already going to be receiving from the carrier. So again, that starts on the 1st, and we'll have all details out this afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to move into today's presentation. Like I said, we're going to start with annuities, and then we're going to end with life. Now, Phoenix is one of our core companies. We have an excellent relationship with them, and Ed is a whiz when it comes to annuity marketing. We have some awesome new enhancements that he's going to talk about. I don't want to steal his thunder. So without further ado, we're going to introduce Ed from Phoenix. Ed, are you there?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, loud and clear. Thank you.
Fantastic. And you can see my screen.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, you guys have got just a ton of great stuff going on, and the incentive around the annuity couldn't have been more perfectly timed. We have come out with some bombshell news that we're calling it 4 for 4. So this is hot off the press. As Bill indicated, this is the largest product marketing program enhancement in our history that we've just announced, and it's encompassing products enhancements on our fixed index annuity, increased marketing through our new Failsnet and illustrative capability. And when I speak of programs, we have simplified our applications. There is now one application for all of our products, and on one of our products that I'm going to go through today, we've eliminated some knockout questions from our application. Have not dialed back the benefits, so all the benefits are the same, and eliminated those knockout questions. So I'm going to go through all of that. So I think we're calling this 4 for 4. The first big news is the addition of some new proprietary exclusive indexing strategies made available through a unique partnership with Credit Suisse. Yes, the global company Credit Suisse has set up a partnership with Phoenix to create a exclusive limited index just for us, only available through Phoenix Annuities. And we have created 2 new index accounts related to this new index from Credit Suisse. So you're going to find, I mean, this is the big news, this partnership. This makes our very good products even better, and I'm going to show you how. So I'll walk you through all of this, show you how it works. I'll hop out of the PowerPoint and actually go in to our new Failsnet web portal and highlight our new illustrative capability and show you, once again, quite frankly, how this new crediting strategy is additive to the great consumer value our products already have. Number 2, we've added some new S&P index accounts with participation rates. So you can see that we're taking our product lineup, we're standardizing the crediting strategies that are available and offering you best-in-class accumulation and potential accumulation potential through these new crediting strategies that allow you to access and harness the upside potential in the market. Number 3, I'm going to highlight this. As I said, I'll hop out of the presentation, but from a marketing perspective. And by the way, this was all done at one time, all at the same time. So we have a brand new web portal that you can still run quotes, but we have a new illustrative capability on our key products that will let you highlight the advantages of some of these new enhancements that we've made. And as I mentioned, last but not least, we've streamlined our applications and have very consumer, client-friendly disclosure documents, making it very simple to write business with us. So before I go into that, I thought I'd just spend a couple minutes here. I went back and looked at some of our consumer PowerPoint, some of our consumer materials, and just as a reminder of why somebody would want to look at a fixed index annuity, okay? Number 1, the old saw used to be to hedge inflation and to grow your account, right? You had to be in the stock market. That's no longer true, right? And I would also just suggest that 3-4 weeks ago, the S&P 500 crossed 2,000, setting a record. The difficulty with that is the volatility of being in the market. Think of your clients that are a couple years away from retirement or in retirement, right? The upside of the market is great, but the prospect of their accounts being down 10, 20, 30, 40%, right? They're about to retire. Guess what? They're probably not going to be able to retire, or their quality of life, their comfort in retirement would be severely impaired. So fixed index annuities allow for the linking to indices for that upside potential, the ability to hedge inflation, to participate in the market, and simultaneously protect against loss. In a fixed index annuity, your clients you'll never see the account be depleted via a downside movement in the market. So you have this upside participation, and the clients will never lose money due to movements in the markets. Guarantees. Fixed index annuities have a variety of guarantees, the most popular being the income rider, and I'll show you one of our products that features that. It's a product that maximizes income, and they also are good for providing flexibility, right? Yes, there are surrender charges on fixed index annuities. We have liquidity features. We have penalty-free withdrawals. We also have products that have nursing home riders, enhanced death benefits. It's not life insurance. It's not long-term care. It's baked into the annuity. Okay, so just a refresher, this was actually beneficial for me to go back and look at some of our old presentations. And it just reinforces the message of growth, protection, guarantees, and flexibility is what fixed index annuities offer. So how do we provide growth and how do we provide downside protection? It's because the client is not directly investing in an index. They're investing in a link to an index. So let's look at two lines here that I think would be important for us to review. The blue line represents your client's account. The gray line represents the market. So we give credits each and every year depending on what the market does. So if the market is down, no credits are added. So in essence, your client's remaining flat. Your clients will never lose money to the market being down. So say over the course of 2 years, the market's down, call it 15%. Their accounts will not suffer. They just won't have credits added. Then in a year where the market's up, we'll add a credit. And each and every year that the market's up, you can see this stair step, we're adding credits. And say it brings us to today, where the market crossed 2,000 a few weeks ago, and we have a significant drop, a 20% drop. A 20% drop would be a bear market, right? Well, all those gains are locked in, and we would just not issue a credit that year. And then in the subsequent year, because after every bear market there's a bull market, and after every bull market there's a bear market, in the next up market, the client would get a credit. Now, what's the catch? The catch is because they're not directly invested in the market, we're taking the burden of the risk. So they, in years where the market's up, they may not have 100% upside participation. That's the trade-off. But if you think about clients, who are pre-retirees or in retirement, they can't afford being down 10, 20, 30, or 40%. So this is a perfect vehicle for them to participate in the upside and to not participate in the downside. So that takes care of the growth story. And once again, keeping it basic here, why would somebody need a fixed index annuity for income? Okay, so when your clients retire, they're going to have some expenses in retirement that we've labeled essential. Okay, things like rent, mortgages, taxes, medical expenses. They got to buy food every week. They have to pay their heating bill. They have to pay their cable bill. These expenses are going to come each and every week, each and every month, each and every year, and they don't care that your client's retired or not. So and these are expenses that we can identify and plan for, right? We kind of know what our rent will be, or our mortgage will be. We know what food's going to cost, give or take. We know what our cable bill has been. So we can kind of project these out and do an income and expense analysis. So for expenses that are going to come each and every week, month, and year, you need a source of income that is also equally reliable, predictable, consistent, and protected. You have 3 sources. Pension income. Not everybody has a pension. 2, Social Security. The solvency of Social Security has been called into question. The third leg of this stool is annuity income. So it's guaranteed, it's reliable, predictable, and protected. Okay, so that's important because on fixed index annuities, the most popular rider selected has been the guaranteed income rider. Why? It's obvious through this chart once you explain this to your client. You're going to have expenses that are going to come each and every day. Each and every week, month, or year. You need a source that's protected, that you can rely on to cover these expenses. All right. So the other part of this is, with the market of late just doing so well. Unfortunately, it's created this false sense of security. This is a slide that I created back in the tech bubble, right, where the stock market seemed to be setting new highs each and every week. So this is kind of where we're at. Our clients are feeling good. They're looking at their 401ks. They're looking at their brokerage accounts, right? Stocks set record highs today. Everyone's feeling like Warren Buffett. I can't believe this is happening to me. This, unfortunately, creates an investor behavior an investor psychology called the recency effect, whereby investors take their most recent experience and project that out into the future. So what have they forgotten? They've forgotten about being down 40% in the last bear market. They've forgotten about the housing bubble. They've forgotten about the tech bubble. They forgot the fact that the pool has been drained on them twice in their lifetimes, right? And just a sliver of what's out there is the rollover space. $393 billion was rolled over in 2012. That's a sliver of the trillions that are in the hands of our clients who are about to retire or are in retirement. And guess what people do when they roll over their assets? Where do you think they've placed their rollover dollars? Stock funds, individual stocks, ETFs, managed accounts. It's unbelievable to me that these folks have forgotten the pain of a bear market. 78% of the assets are currently in the market. On the other hand, you have people that have been so paralyzed that they're putting their retirement assets in things like savings accounts, checking accounts. We have a better product with the fixed index annuity. So now's the time this is a great time to talk to your clients. We had a last week, I haven't looked at the market today. Last week, the Dow was down over 300%. It's a reminder that what goes up must come down, and it's our job to have that discussion with our clients about, hey guys, when the market hits a peak, this is the opportune time to take some chips off the table, take some of that risk off the table, and start protecting it, especially if you're in retirement or about to retire. Otherwise, you're going to be like this guy, right? I can't believe this is happening to me. We want you to have, when you have a dialogue with your client, keep this in mind. And this could apply to annuities. This could apply to life insurance and long-term care. Keep a four corners offense in mind with your clients. Obviously, with the markets doing so well as of late, folks have been focused in on accumulation. But now's the time to focus in on accumulation and protection. And you're going to see what we've done with our product lineup provides you a best-in-class solution to talk about accumulation and protection. Income, we talked about that, critically important. Family protection, right? This could be in the form of life insurance. We also have fixed index annuity products that have enhanced death benefits. The last pillar, very important, personal care. Maybe you have a client that comes to you and says, I've done a lousy job planning here. I've contributed to my 401k, but I don't have a pension. I don't have faith in Social Security. I've not bought life insurance. I don't have a long-term care product. So I really need to stretch my assets, right? So know and think about this four corners offense, and then know that Phoenix has put together a best-in-class solution based on that dialogue with your client. Are they interested in accumulation? We have a best-in-class accumulation story for you. If you're interested in income, I'm going to show you a very simple story and a great product that provides up to a 45% bonus or a 14% simple roll-up to the benefit base. So you're going to turbocharge the income for your client. Or in that last scenario where the client really needs your help across a number of areas, we have a spectacular combo product that provides guaranteed income. If the client's confined to a nursing home, it takes the income and multiplies it by up to 250%. And then we have the best enhanced death benefit in the business. This rolls up at 10% simple up to age 70, 5% from 71 to 85, and is payable as a lump sum benefit to the beneficiaries. So it acts and feels like life insurance, but it's baked into the annuity. The personal care acts and feels like long-term care, but it's baked into the annuity. And this so happens to be our fastest growing product. So we've talked about why fixed index annuities: growth, protection, income. So let's go through these enhancements in a little bit more detail. From a account growth perspective and easy for me to say, protection perspective, we've created 7 index accounts that link to the following indices. The S&P 500, everyone's heard of that, right? So we have your standard monthly point-to-point, annual point-to-point. We've just launched our participation rate links on the S&P 500 that really allows your clients to harness the upside potential of the market and participate more fully than a cap strategy. But what we are really jazzed about, we've gotten great feedback, is our new partnership with Credit Suisse and the index that they've created just for us called the Tactical Multi-Asset Index. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on this. So they've created this new index for us, and we've created two new spread indexing strategies, a one-year point-to-point and a two-year point-to-point. And you're going to see in the next couple slides, there is nothing like this out there in the market today. As I mentioned to Bill and Joe before our webinar, we still require you to do product training, but we have, in lieu of doing special training on our new strategies, we're going to give you credit for attending this webinar today. Okay? So part of this is going to be a little bit of training. You still have to go through your NAIC product training, but you will not need to do special training on these new strategies. This will fill in for that. So the difference between the crediting strategies that are available, you have a cap account. And so, for example, you may have a cap of 3%. That means that the client, no matter what the market does, they're not going to lose money, but they won't go above that cap. So say it's 3% and the market does 5. The client's going to be capped at 3. As I mentioned, we have these new participation rate accounts. This allows the client to participate a little bit more fully. So say you have a 30% participation, right? And the market's up 20, the market's screaming. The client participates at 30%. They would get a 6% credit for that year. What we're very excited about is this new spread rate account that we've just introduced, hot off the press, managed by Credit Suisse. And this is essentially a hurdle. Once the client passes this spread rate, whatever the market does beyond that, there's no limit. It's an uncapped strategy, and this allows us to maximize the upside potential of the index and maximize the return to the specific account. So that's the difference: cap, participation rates, and spread rates, or think of that as a hurdle. So from the S&P perspective, yes, we've got the standard one-year point-to-point, two-year point-to-point, monthly point-to-point with a cap. We've announced two new participation rates, a 1 and a 2-year, also on the S&P 500. And the brand new Credit Suisse Tactical Multi-Asset Index, two new accounts. And this is great because you have a 1-year option and a 2-year option. There is stuff out there that's a 5-year spread or a 3-year spread. That means your client's got to wait 3 to 5 years before a credit is added. Now think about every year you're meeting with your client. Hey, Bill, how come zero's been added to my account? Well, we selected a 5-year spread product. So I got to wait 5 years to see how I'm doing? We've created, with that in mind, a 1-year point-to-point with a spread and a 2-year point-to-point. And I'll actually show you how that works. So why don't I hop out of the presentation and really get into the value. So on our website, on our web portal, we have a brand new portal called Failsnet, and we have under Quick Links a quoting tool. Now this has been enhanced to be both a quote and an illustration. So I'll take you there just to show you what it looks like. I got to log in. That would probably be helpful. And you're going to see you're going to have the ability to still run quotes, but now have the ability across the board to run illustrations based on these new crediting strategies. So if you just want to run a quote on income, that's still available. If you want to do fixed index annuity illustrations, click here. So let's since your meeting's going to be in Florida, let's go to Florida. We have a male age 60. Let's put in 100 grand just to keep it simple. And let's use our combo product, right? This is the product that I mentioned, has 3 levels of protection. And, here is our 7 strategies that's available to you today. I'm going to show off a little bit. In practicality, every day you might want to have a diversified mix of these crediting strategies. But I just want to show you the power of what Credit Suisse can do. Okay, so we're going to run an illustration here. This is our personal protection choice combo product. It has an income rider, a nursing home benefit, and an enhanced death benefit. So it can cover a multitude of needs for your clients. You're going to see that this is a client-facing quoting and illustration tool. Very institutional looking, right? Real good. Here is the summary of what we've plugged in. We have a client, age 65 in Florida, $100,000 in premium, and they've selected, they want income protection. They want the enhanced death benefit, and you know what? I'm sorry. Let's do all three. Let's do income, care, and family protection. My apologies. We want to show the benefits of the personal care rider on this. So give it a minute to load. You'll see the same thing, very institutional looking. Client summary, and let me zoom in. 65 Florida, 100 grand, income, personal care, family care. We've put everything into the Credit Suisse Tactical Multi-Asset 2-year point-to-point, and it has a 2.35 spread. That means that once the market crosses 2.35%, right, everything above that goes to the client's account. This is the ultimate way to maximize the growth potential for our mutual client. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So we've got a client, and they wait 5 years. They turn on their guaranteed income stream. It's $7,871 per year. To put that into perspective, they put in 100 grand. They're going to get a 7.87% GMWB, guaranteed income stream for life, no matter how long they live, no matter what's going on in the market, they'll get 7.87%. That's called a GMWB. To put that into perspective, I dropped my daughter off to school the other day, and on my way into work, I passed by this large bank that just put up this huge banner, okay? Special celebration rates, 1.1% on our 16-month CD. Here's a product that's going to lock in a 7.87% GMWB. If your client, God forbid, is placed into a nursing home, that income is ratcheted up, ramped up 250% to $19,678, payable for up to 5 years. They don't have to be consecutive years. If, to a lesser degree, they cannot perform 2 out of 6 ADLs, they need home care, well, that income is ratcheted up to 175%, $13,774. Once again, payable for up to 5 years. Doesn't have to be consecutive. And we have an enhanced death benefit, the family protection. You can see each and every year, 10% roll-up. So in the 5th year, if they were to pass away, you're delivering a lump sum check to the beneficiaries for $150,000. And the longer the client can defer, the better the numbers are. If they can wait 10 years, that's a 12.07% GMWB. Confined to a nursing home, $30,000 a year, guaranteed, up to 5 years. If they can't perform 2 out of 6 ADLs, $21,000 up to 5 years, and an enhanced death benefit up to $180,000 payable as a lump sum, no 4 or 5 pay. Very unique. This is the best enhanced death benefit in the fixed index annuity world today, and a very unique product in that you can dial in, right, income and personal care, income and a death benefit, or all three. Now here's the power of our new illustration tool. So I've just shown you quotes, right? These are quotes. You can take those to the bank. This is our new illustration tool that highlights the value of our partnership with the global entity known as Credit Suisse. And what we want to show is the accumulation potential using the new Credit Suisse spread index. And I want to just encourage you to have a discussion about, let's look at the worst 10-year period. Let's look at the last 10-year period. Don't just focus on the best 10-year period. You'll gain a lot of credibility by taking a holistic look of best, worst, and most recent. So let's look at the worst 10-year period, which also happens to coincide with the most recent 10-year period. So $100,000 for your client has grown to $143,000 from an accumulation perspective. That's incredible. The worst 10 years, we've gone from 100 to 143,000, and that's a geometric mean or average return of 5.44% each and every year. That's the worst 10 years. Now let's look at the best 10-year period. That 100 if they were in the Credit Suisse index, index strategy, that $100,000 would have grown to $195,000. That's a return of 8.44%. That's essentially a double. That's incredible, right? So that's the value and power of the new Credit Suisse indexing strategies. So you have a discussion where you're providing guaranteed income, home care protection, nursing home protection, an enhanced death benefit, the best in the business, rolling up at 10%, then at 5%. And that's done through our new partnership with Credit Suisse. So the next question I always get is, how did you guys do this? How is this possible? Well, Credit Suisse has set up this new index. It's only available to Phoenix. It's an exclusive relationship with us and Credit Suisse. And there are 3 key features that I want you to be aware of, and it explains how we're able to do this. Number 1, it's a highly diversified index. It gives us exposure to the main areas like equities, fixed income, but it also gives us exposure to non-correlated asset classes like commodities, real estate, emerging markets. Okay? That's at a very high level. I'm going to skip to number 3 because what Credit Suisse is looking to do is to manage the volatility of this index on a daily basis. Okay? Their job is to manage risk and then maximize return by looking at the volatility or standard deviation each and every day. Then that drives them to a dynamic reallocation. What does that mean? That means this is a black box, rules-based daily reallocation process to up to 10 ETFs that are in that index in an effort to manage the risk. So every day they're looking at this and they're managing the volatility and the risk of the index, and then they're going to rebalance each and every day to maximize return for that given level of risk. What's in the index? This is what I love. As a former asset management product development guy, I love what they've done. They've got the 4 high-level, exposure to equities, fixed income, but they have access to 10 ETFs. They have access to things like gold, TIPS, inflation-protected securities, high yield, emerging market bonds, and emerging market debt. Equity. Things like real estate. So gold, emerging markets, high yield, TIPS, and U.S. real estate. Guess what those are? Those are non-correlating asset classes. These are things that can zig when the market zags. So yes, you do get exposure to domestic and international, but it's expanded. This is the most diversified crediting strategy available today and offers these non-correlated ways that Credit Suisse can go. So think about a sideways market or a down market. You have access to things in here, or Credit Suisse does, that could be up in a sideways market. It's absolutely fantastic, and we've talked about this. They're going to dynamically reallocate each and every day based on this palette of ETFs that they have. Okay, just to be clear, you don't select this. Credit Suisse is managing to this each and every day. So when they see volatility increase in an ETF, they're going to decrease exposure. When volatility decreases, they'll increase exposure through this palette of ETFs like gold, international emerging markets, equity, international in general, the S&P 500, emerging market debt, high-yield corporates, investment-grade bonds, treasury bonds, inflation-protected securities, and U.S. real estate ETFs. It's an incredibly diversified index. And as I showed you in the illustration, right, where are you going to find zero downside of being in a fixed index annuity with the ability to be in a product or a crediting strategy that on a worst case scenario, 100 is going to go to 143, or in a best case scenario, 100 is almost going to double. That's incredible. Now, to be absolutely clear, this is based on the Credit Suisse Tactical Multi-Asset Index. We have created 2 indexing strategies that link to it. This index began on August 25th, 2014. Okay, and think about this. To have an insurance company, we're using back testing here, but this has been vetted by an insurance company's actuarial department, compliance, and legal area. So this had to be extremely tight. Okay, so that's how we are able to illustrate that in our marketing materials. Let's see. So we've gone through the illustration. We've gone through the fact that your quoting is still available. So that's the huge news. Is this is available through our partner site, our SalesNet site. You can go in if you're the engineering type. You can create a profile and run the quotes for yourself. I'm also going to share one other product with you, our personal income annuity. This is our flagship income product. Remember, we're talking about today's presentation. We started with why use the fixed index annuity, growth and income. So I'm going to show you a product that maximizes income for a client, and then through the use of this new Credit Suisse product, we're going to maximize the accumulation potential as well. Now, personal income annuity, it's a very simple story, and it's built around when does your client need income? Do they need income today or tomorrow? I've selected the tomorrow rider. This is for clients who need income, after the 4th year. Okay, let's go through some of the basics. The client is 65 years old. We've placed $100,000 in. We're going to use income tomorrow. Income tomorrow, the roll-up is 14%. So you start with $100,000. Each and every year, we're adding 14% simple roll-up to the income benefit base. This is an incredible roll-up amount. And then this is the guaranteed income amount, or the GMWB. So you can see in year 5, the client wants to turn on income, $8,517. That's an 8.5% GMWB. If the client can wait 8 years, that's a 10.45% GMWB. If the client can wait 10 years, this is incredible. We're getting at a 13% GMWB. So you can see, I just showed you a product, a personal protection choice that had income, nursing home, and enhanced death benefit. If your client's only interested in maximizing income, you can use the personal income annuity. And in the 10th year, they're getting at a 13.05% GMWB. Absolutely incredible. And now, through the use of the new Credit Suisse Tactical Multi-Index, worst case scenario, that 100, now remember, this is a product geared towards maximizing income. Accumulation is definitely secondary. But you now have worst case scenario, the 100 has grown to 131,000. Best case, 100 has grown to $184,000. That's a 7.6% mean or return. So that's fantastic. So just to conclude, I want to thank you for your time. The only other item I want to just highlight is the program side of things, right? We've simplified our paperwork. We now have one application, a little bit tiny to see, but you just one application. Do you want personal income annuity? Do you want the personal protection choice? Now all on one app. And with personal protection choice, the combo product, our new application eliminates the knockout questions that were previously required. We had questions relating to, has your client had a heart attack, stroke, Parkinson's, rheumatoid arthritis? The list went on. If so, they were knocked out of using this product. So those questions are now gone. We have not dialed back the benefits in the product. So major coup for us on the application side, and also from a client perspective, not having to worry about these knockout questions. So I'll leave you where we started, and that is exciting news. We have 4 enhancements, 4 for 4 in the 4th quarter. Very excited about the new relationship with Credit Suisse. You see the power of the accumulation and uncapped index account and what that can do to our clients' account values. The addition of 2 new S&P index accounts with participation rates, also a way to harness the upside potential of the market. The new illustration capability from a marketing program side. All this happened at once. Our new SalesNet, our new quoting and illustration tool, and then our streamlined application. And once again, think about the 4 corners offense. You now have the ability, no matter which angle your client goes after, accumulation, income, family protection, family care, you have a best-in-class product available through the Phoenix companies. And with that, I will also give you our sales desk number. Obviously, call Josh. He is a genius with annuities at the Levinson Group. But if you also want to order kits from our group, here's our 800 number for our sales desk. And also here's the link to our Phoenix Failsnet as well. So with that, I want to thank you for this time today. We are very excited. This webinar was very, very timely given the announcement, our bombshell announcement of those 4 major enhancements for the 4th quarter.
Thank you very much, Ed. Great job. In fact, I'm considering now buying one of these annuities. I had no idea. This is awesome. But you did a great job. Thank you very much. We have about 8 minutes left, so we're going to go pretty quickly here. We're not going to run over 2 o'clock Eastern Time. So real quick, of course, call Josh for any questions, rates, any of the new Phoenix annuity product info. He has everything at his fingertips. So with that said, on the Phoenix Life side, we also have great news, and we have a brand new product rollout. We're going to talk about that in just a minute here. Now, on the Phoenix Life side, I'm going to keep this very, very simple. On the top, we have the Remembrance Life, which is pretty simple. It's a final expense product with built-in living benefit riders, okay, at no charge to the client. We also have other bells and whistles such as birthday cards, education benefits, a great, easy application process. Your commission is 120% plus a full advance available. That's huge. Right under that, we have the Simplicity Index Life. Very simple. That is a simplified issue index universal life product up to $300,000 to age 59. Then we can go all the way up to $150,000 non-med to age 70. So great stuff there as well. And then last but not least, the brand new product we're rolling out with Phoenix is the Safe Harbor Term. Now, this is the first ever simplified issue term life product with built-in living benefit riders. Once again, this is life insurance that pays while you're alive. This is the new kind of life insurance. You should be going back to all of your clients and say, what do you want the old life insurance for that doesn't pay anything until you're dead? The new type of life insurance pays while you're still alive and when you pass on. And the rates are not even much more. So it's time to look at these illustrations, go back and revisit your book to drum up some additional business there. So Joe is going to talk about the brand new Safe Harbor Term. We can get you set up with contracting after the call. Joe, you want to take it from here, and then we'll give away the tablet at the end here.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Bill. So I'll kind of just break down. I know we have a little bit of time restraint for this afternoon. So the new product we're covering today is Safe Harbor Term. Like we had mentioned from Phoenix, basically this is a term you can issue either 10-year, 15-year, 20-year, 30-year, all the way up to age 80. The real difference between this product and any other product that's in the marketplace is you'll see there's actually 4 included riders that provide living benefits for chronic illness, critical illness, terminal illness, and even unemployment. So I'm going to go into specifically why that's so beneficial and exactly how those benefits work. If you look at the right-hand side, you'll see we can actually issue up to $1 million of coverage with a simplified pyramid exam, or depending on the issue age, we can actually get up to $400,000 on a non-medical basis. A little bit about the accelerated benefits. This is pretty unique. Every other product that I've seen will actually make the client or force the client to pay an additional premium. Every single rider on this next page here is included. We have the critical illness rider, which basically pays if you're diagnosed with heart attack, cancer, stroke, kidney failure, if you have a major organ transplant. Beneath that on the right-hand side, we also have the chronic illness rider. This is huge. This is available if you're unable to perform at least 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, which, of course, include bathing, continence, dressing, eating, toileting, and transferring, and that's a 90-day impairment requirement. They will also accelerate that death benefit. At the very bottom, you'll also see that this policy accelerates death benefit for terminal illness, which means you actually have a life expectancy of 12 months or less. The next slide actually highlights a very, very unique rider. I've only seen this available on one other product, and that is the unemployment rider. So if your client is actually unemployed for at least 4 weeks, is between the ages of 18 and 60, they're actually going to waive up to 6 months worth of premium. So that client doesn't have to worry about that insurance premium that's going to be due next week. They can focus on actually finding gainful employment. I also want to mention there is an accidental death benefit that's available on this product, and additional costs. And of course, this product is convertible, which is extremely unique. Bill mentioned that the rates are extremely competitive. We do have an excellent quote engine available on kerrylevinson.com. You can actually go to the marketing folder, click on Phoenix, and see the actual rates. I did some sample rates here for a 10-year term, and of course, each one of these rates actually includes all those living benefits that we just talked about, chronic, critical, terminal, and the unemployment rider. I'll give you an example here. Male age 40 for $500,000, $34.26. A female age 40, $28.65. Those premiums are phenomenal. If you look at any other type of living benefit product, you're not going to really have anywhere close to a premium as this great product. So I always recommend, like Bill mentioned, selling the new benefit, the new type of life insurance that pays while that client is still alive. Real quickly, for state approval, very, very unique with this product. We're approved in every single state with the exception of Maine and New York. A lot of other living benefits scale down what's available depending on that issue state. The other thing I want to touch base on, I'll go through very, very quickly, is we have some easy ways to actually submit the application. Another great attractive thing about this product is you can actually have your client on the phone and have this policy approved within 20 minutes. So I'm going to go through very, very quickly the 3 ways to actually submit the application. The absolute fastest and easiest way to get this application done is number 1 on the left-hand side here, which is called One and Done. You're basically completing the part 1 of the application, going through some basic information with your client, conferencing in the underwriter, and getting an approval in about 20 minutes. That is the fastest and easiest way to get this policy approved. You can do that while you're face-to-face with the client. If that client does not want to complete that telephone interview with you in the room, you can do option number 2, which is having that client complete that part 1, and then actually having that client call into the carrier, go through the underwriting process, and then you are notified as the agent within usually a day or 2 of the approval. And then, of course, option 3 is the traditional paper application. That's basically just submitting that application, letting that carrier underwrite that product. Sometimes they will reach out to the client to verify some medical information, but again, that first option gets this client approved within 20 minutes. We also have some great consumer material available on the website. I believe Bill's going to go over that right now.
Yeah, just go on kerrylevinson.com. Under the Marketing tab, you'll see a Phoenix folder, and all of our consumer and agent material is right there regarding this product and the others that we spoke about. Also, just keep in mind, we are probably 2 to 3 months ahead of when this product is going to officially launch. So you're kind of getting a sneak peek. And with that said, the systems are still being put together. But if you do want to get a head start, get contracted now, and you can start writing it today. And again, the commission is 110%. And then with production in-house, you can go up to a 120% contract. So great way, again, to build your downline. And as we move forward, we're going to have other training webinars, and then we'll have an official launch webinar just on the Safe Harbor